Libra, it's Vera with your reading for the Pisces full moon today through to your Libra new moon in a couple of weeks. So the second half of, oh, my kitty cat, she's enjoying the ordinary. So the second half of September 2019, or whenever you're watching this, and it seems relevant. So what I'd like to say to you is that this moon is like kind of bathing and soaking us all in this sort of cosmic spa day, and there's a lot of luck to be had under this moon. And I'm going to pull a card or two for you as to where you might get lucky or have luck on your side. Oh my word. I need a clarifier under this number. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's a cracking open of maybe... It's a cracking open of the ways that you've protected your heart and this flood of new information, which is a sort of logic. It's a sort of logic by which you may now ground your dreams so that you are living as you enjoy the ordinary, and as like each moment can be an accretion of care which leads to structures in which your heart can be safe and gloriously expressed. There may be some changes, even if they're small, habitual changes that you need to make in order to fully open to this luck. And I think it also speaks about, in this case, I'm seeing it as speaking of creative breakthroughs as well. So creative breakthroughs either in the actual doing of the creation or in its reception. Okay, and then this one, so we're in this 9 days of palindrome days from the 10th of September through to the 19th of September. We have, every day is a palindrome. So, like, I mean, if you do it in the American style, right? So it's 91019 or whatever. And like today, for example, is 91319. Okay, so if you want more information on kind of things that are happening framed in that language, I recommend Aluna Ash's new video. It's titled something about Jaguar. It's good information. Anyway, something for happiness, like a way in which happiness may come in for you. And it's this clarity, and it's kind of a giddy clarity. So that this, this card, the Ten of Swords is like this exhausted, heartbroken, stabbed in the back, traditional card, right? The end of a cycle too. And in this deck, I read it more as like, don't let your own thoughts or your own, self-criticism, or even the way, or even the like sharpness with which you've protected your heart, don't let that live via your heart, so that you're not letting your thoughts sort of destroy or override your heart, which, okay. Oh, don't let your thoughts override your heart. So this clarity, this action, this reception of your communication, or of your heart's true progress, is bounding in with this giddy clarity. So that the clarity that you allow yourself, once you're not protecting your heart, then your mind can do other things too. So your mind is free, rather than like spending all this energy on telling yourself stories that you think may protect you, but probably are actually not protecting you and are actually harming you on this deep, tender level, and on a practical level too. I said in the latest sort of more collective video that I posted, or maybe it was in a private video, I can't remember, but anyway, what is more practical than a heart? Like, what is more practical than a heart? We are told in our culture, oh, logic, blah, 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 feelings are, but what is more practical than a heart? The heart keeps your body alive. Okay. Your heart to me is much more central a method of existence than your mind. Not that we have to categorize things either. Okay, so you have this opportunity to rescind this kind of self-protection or even self-dereliction or like harshness toward the self, like negative self-talk kind of thing, like any kind of way that you're limiting your heart's true unbounded nature and creativity and birthright to go forward in this world and to lead you. You can feel the hearts of others around you if you can feel your own heart, and that can help lead you to the ones that should be around you. Okay, and you have this giddy clarity. Like I think of Libras, so much as like being very logical and fair, but don't forget your own sweet heart, and like that giddy clarity with which you may live by your heart's true knowing. If you come into that and deeply reside in that, that is what fairness really is, because that invites and actually supports others in doing the same. So it's not selfish, and it's not unfair. It's your birthright. It is your birthright. It is your birthright. And it's your soul's map through this thing called life, as Prince would say. Okay. Remember to enjoy the ordinary. Okay. Saturn. How is Saturn helping you ground new changes in your life, or any changes that you might hope to make, or just your daily living? How is it helping you ground into your heart, right? Be living from there. Be sensitive to it. Listen to it and take counsel. Keep your own counsel, and keep that counsel by listening to your heart deeply. Okay, and Saturn is turning direct. It's stationing into turn direct on the 20th. So, Temperance. Okay, so again, there's a giddiness here. There's an outward, okay, we're going to make Shirley Chisholm, the first African-American woman who ran for president in the early 70s. How brave was that? It's like, I'm here. I'm going to do what I'm here to do. I'm going to do it with joy, and I'm going to do it from the heart. And that is what helps balance and bring into justice the entirety of the collective. Okay, so as you listen to your heart and are tender with yourself, that is really a gift to all. Okay, and then Uranus and Taurus. I already shuffled these, I'm just like cutting them again on camera. Uranus and Taurus is bringing in big changes for everyone as we move through the 7 years of it that have just really started. And whoosh. So this is I said in the Pisces reading I just did, so this is sort of a gesture toward where like the beginnings of that deep change that is going to take us through this 7 years of Uranus and Taurus, where this is kind of instigated in you. And what I have to say to you is that you should not have to be feeling brokenhearted as a matter of the normal course of your day or week or even month or year. You should be able to live in this way that is giddy, that is creative, that is just, and you deserve to be loved and cared for with great dignity. And you can begin by giving that to yourself. And then what do you have to draw on from the past? My dear, is your very receptivity. Your very receptivity to life, your curiosity and your courage, and all the times you've opened yourself to new experience. You have all that, sort of cresting behind you as this wave propelling you forward and supporting you. You can rely on yourself, your own sweetheart, and your life's experiences coming toward you as you navigate them from this place of great self-care. Because if we really care for ourselves, it gives us such courage. It really does.